you don't get told no. Like, you're going to get the yeses. You're going to get more yeses than nos, and just being able to know that. So I'm excited for that. I know that's going to come soon.
Angel Reese, on her podcast, confidently claimed she was building a powerhouse in Chicago. Now, with free agents signing elsewhere, the Sky locker room is silent. Chicago's appeal isn't what Reese thought. Why?
Free agency is officially underway, Annie. So when you see these names and the options that the Sky have, what do you think that they're cooking up?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Angel and Camilla are very interesting pieces. And when you're talking about, you know, getting the right players in here, there is intrigue when you have young core pieces like that, because you could be part of developing them and developing towards a title contending season. But the reality is the Sky are still very far from that. And so this year, the focus really has to be on getting players in who are going to bridge that gap between this season and next.
Is it the front office drama, the outdated facilities, or is playing with the self-proclaimed star not as enticing as it seems? No all-stars are heading to Chicago. Could Reese's recruitment efforts be falling short? Let's break it down and see if her shine is starting to fade. Ready? Let's go.
He is obsessed with you.
I know. I love it
all
here.
the time.
It feels like Baltimore here. I love it here. It does.
Kind of. A little bit, little DMV action. Yeah. But you know, Chicago is a #3 market in the country.
Really?
It's New York, LA, and then Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, y'all have everything. I'm not gonna lie, y'all have everything here. Like, it's nothing here that I'm like, oh, I gotta go to a different city for it. Like, everything has been here.
Remember when Angel Reese said she'd build a super team in Chicago? Well, free agency just started, and the silence in the Windy City is louder than ever. Angel's been reaching out, but the response?
Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, too, have brought relevance to this team that they've desperately needed in a time when, again, if not for them, they'd be completely irrelevant because of the product that they're putting on the floor.
And also make Chicago an attractive spot when you have Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso right there, two bigs that really shined in their rookie season.
With all the star power available this offseason, you'd expect at least one all-star to be heading to Chicago, right? Wrong. As the hours passed, the silence grew. No press conferences, no excited tweets. Just Angel left with an empty roster and a lot of questions.
So, lads, this is not great news, you know, for the Chicago Sky, who are a team that obviously, look, they're rebuilding. This is a team that is 100% rebuilding. The problem is they don't own their pick. So, if the Chicago Sky run it back, they're probably not making the playoffs next year. Look, I think there's going to be an improvement from Angel Reese. I think it's going to be an improvement from Cardoso. But that team with no Kennedy Carter, it's going to be real tough to get any offensive power.
Let's break it down. Kelsey Plum, Jewel Lloyd, Brittany Griner, Alyssa Thomas, and Kelsey Mitchell. Game changers who could turn a franchise around. So how many are headed to Chicago? None. Now, maybe you're thinking there's still hope. A last-minute move to save the day. But as the dust settles, one thing's clear. Not a single all-star chose Chicago. Angel's recruitment didn't just miss, it backfired.
Not a good day for the Chicago Sky. Not a good day at all, because we have heard news from the journalist who reports on the WNBA, and because she is not a homer like a lot of the other people, like normally journalists are complete homers for one team. One of the actual credible journalists reported on something. Sky fans aren't happy. They all want her fired.
Here's where it gets interesting. The Sky front office isn't exactly making things easier. Take Kennedy Carter, their leading scorer, yet they didn't even extend her a qualifying offer. It's almost like they're pushing talent away. And those trade talks? They went nowhere. It's as if the moment they heard Angel's name, they ran in the opposite direction.
Kennedy had an incredible season for us last year, says the GM. She's extremely talented and is a player that can impact the game at the highest level in our league. We absolutely appreciate all she did for our team last year. However, we've made changes to our staff and we'll make changes to our roster. Those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team, so we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent.
Kennedy had an incredible season, says the GM, but with staff and roster changes, her fit was impacted, so we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent. So, what does this mean for Angel Reese, who was supposed to bring all stars to Chicago? Looks like she's leading a parade of one. Why didn't any of them choose Chicago?
Angel Reese, did she just run a coach out of town, and is she running a player out of town? Their best shooter out of town? Because Kennedy Carter looks like she's ready to book it out of Chicago.
While Angel Reese was focused on recruiting, the real free agency action was happening elsewhere. Across the league, top players were making moves, leaving Chicago in the dust. Let's talk about where the Stars actually decided to shine.
NBA, the Seattle Storm are sending Jewel Lloyd to the Las Vegas Aces in a blockbuster three-team trade that moves Kelsey Plum to the LA Sparks. That's according to ESPN. As part of the deal, Seattle receives the second pick in this year's WNBA draft from LA in exchange for the Storm's number 9 pick, while the Aces also receive the 13th pick, a second-round selection from the Sparks.
First, Kelsey Plum, after 2 championships with Las Vegas, is heading to Los Angeles, where the Sparks offer a winning culture and solid leadership. Then, Jewel Lloyd had the chance to return to Chicago, but chose to team up with Aja Wilson in Las Vegas instead.
According to WNBA Insider, that Illinois native Jewel Lloyd will not be going to Chicago Sky. And obviously, they didn't keep Kennedy Carter. And it's looking like one player, obviously, that's been in Chicago across her careers because of her Illinois roots, is Seattle Storm guard Jewel Lloyd.
Brittany Griner is heading to Atlanta, making the dream a force in the paint, while Alyssa Thomas is bringing her triple-doubles to Phoenix. Both moves make sense. Strong front offices, clear direction, and no Angel Reese drama.
About the 3 big names you gotta know: Alyssa Thomas, Natasha Cloud, Brittany Griner. Let's start with Brittany Griner, joining Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard in Atlanta. Dream team. Brittany Griner was drafted to Phoenix in 2013, so it's kind of about time, and I'm so excited to see what Atlanta turns around this next season because they really need her. Phoenix is also losing Natasha Cloud and Beck Allen, along with the number 12 pick overall in this year's draft, to Connecticut. Connecticut is giving up the triple-double queen, Alyssa Thomas, and Ty Harris.
What does this mean? While Angel talked a big game, other teams made real moves. Not only did these Stars turn down Chicago, but they made the Sky's competition stronger. And here's the real sting. Kelsey Mitchell, the scoring machine, just signed a 1-year Supermax deal worth almost $250,000. But not with Chicago. She's staying in Indiana.
Everybody, Kelsey Mitchell here, and I'm a Fever girl again. So to my fans, to the basketball world, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back. Indy's been good to me, and hopefully I could pour in and give the same. So here's the bit of Fever.